posted videos like 5 years ago. And I was like, interesting stuff like that. And then that was it.
Life gets busy. Strange.
Hey, Cruise fam, what is going on? Welcome to the show. And you see, this week, you don't have to hear me rambling all the time because I have guests. We got Cruise Life TV, some familiar faces, and Andrew from Funnelheads once again. So the thing we have in common is we've all been to Alaska, or are going to Alaska. Well, I think we've all been to Alaska, and some of us are scheduled to go to Alaska this year too. Me being one of those people, that I'm happy to say. But yeah, we all have experience in Alaska, and it was Andrew's idea to do Alaska. And I know it's a little bit before the time, but this is probably the time people start really planning and getting excited about their trip to Alaska. That might be late in the spring or in the summertime or whatever. So yeah, we said, well, why not? Even though it's freezing out right now, I'm probably, Chicago, I know it's freezing, single digits. We're going to talk about somewhere where it might be freezing also right now, at least, and that is Alaska. So let me introduce again Cruise Life TV and Funnelheads. And since Cruise Life TV is on top, why don't I let you two say hi first to everybody and what's going on recently in the cruise world and things like that.
Well, hello everybody. What's going on in the cruise? Well, I'll tell you something that's going on that's new for us is we actually just recently launched our cruiselifetv.com.
We now have a website, an official website. Yes, our little baby here.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, but but when you told us Alaska, we were like, oh, we're definitely in tonight. And we loved Alaska so much. You know, the funny thing about Alaska is that was our bucket list cruise. Mm-hmm. And after doing it, it's like, well, you know what? That cannot be a bucket list because we're going to go back
again. Yeah, we got to do that like several more times because
absolutely
we just loved it so much. So we love the Caribbean, obviously, in the warmer weather. And we were so lucky to have great weather while we were there, sunny skies and not too frigid temperatures.
No.
But all the different excursions that we went on, just the beautiful scenery, just something so different than what we're used to. And we loved the cruise port of Seattle, too. We had spent a couple of days there beforehand and just really enjoyed Seattle. Mm-hmm. So it was an amazing trip all around.
Yep.
Awesome. And I know Andrew did one of the coolest excursions. So we'll transition to Andrew, but he'll tell us a little bit about his Alaska experience and hopefully a little bit about that amazing excursion they did with all the rebate money from COVID. I remember what it was from. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we had a phenomenal time, just like Greg and Michelle said. It was a bucket list opportunity for us to go to Alaska, and we took it, and we want to go back every single year. Unfortunately, it costs a little bit of money, so we won't get back there for a little while, but it is definitely on our list again, and we had the most incredible time. We actually left from San Francisco, which we would love to leave from Seattle in the future as well, because it's a little bit shorter trip up there once you get into the Inside Passage, but leaving from San Francisco, doing all the before activities was incredible. And then being able to go to each one of the stops in Alaska was just an amazing experience. And we got to do some really neat excursions through Carnival. Some of them were, through third-party services. And we also did a lot of like hiking and things on our own, finding out what local restaurants, what local bars to go to. So we did a lot of research, with us in the Caribbean, we kind of know what we're doing at this point, although you can always, find new things going to places. But Alaska, for us, us was just a completely unknown until we started to deep dive into it. So, and just like Brad said, we had a lot of rebate money. We just kept booking cruises during COVID, one canceled after the other, and we just stockpiled a whole bunch of onboard credit, and we used all of that onboard credit for shore excursions. And we got to do one of the best ones that we've ever done, which was the helicopter landing on the Mendenhall Glacier. Luckily, it's one that cancels quite often because the weather has to be like almost perfect conditions, no fog, no rain, light wind. And the one before us actually was canceled. So we got on though, and it was just an incredible journey. I'll never, ever forget that. And we have it all on video too. So
yeah, no, very cool. And you know, I had a similar experience, I guess you could say, with I think some people's misconception of Alaska, you know, that it's too cold or whatever. So I was in a master's degree program, you know, postgraduate for, you know, in education, and I was in this cohort, and we would meet, you know, a couple times a week in this little group, and one lady in my group, you know, had come back and from Alaska, and she's like, "Oh, Brad, you have to go." And I'm like, "Alaska, really?" I'm like, doesn't sound like a place I'd want to go, you know. Like, I'm just thinking of the images I have as a kid, and when they say Alaska, I'm thinking like igloos and Eskimos and penguins waddling around, and you know, this kind of stuff, and freezing cold. I'm like, I don't want to go there, you know, for a vacation or whatever. But I mean, the way she talked about it and explained it and everything, she sold me on it. And so I was like, hey, you know, let's do that for a honeymoon. And it was surreal. I mean, there were three things that were some of the most surreal things I remember seeing. I mean, it doesn't seem like a big deal. You see it on National Geographic all the time. But I remember going to this stop Sitka, and eagles are flying around like pigeons fly around in the city. I mean, they're just everywhere. First off, people that like eagles. And then the salmon were spawning and going upstream at the time. And I'm telling you, this wasn't a stream that we were walking through, like through this national park or forest or whatever. It was a very large, like I would say almost like small river. But the salmon were so thick that they were like packed in like sardines in this small river, large stream, whatever you wanted to call it. So much so that you could take one of those big fishing nets and I mean, just scoop up a whole bunch of salmon. It was insane. And I mean, to see that, and there were so many that they'd jump up in the air and they'd knock each other out of the water.
You know, it's funny you say that because I was amazed because I've always heard about salmon swimming upstream, but when I saw them like leaping out of the water, like to the next level, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, and absolutely. No. And it's you know, very cool. And one of the coolest experiences, it'll be one of the coolest experiences till like I die for sure. It's not going to sound as cool as it was, but that same national forest or whatever in Sitka, we're walking along and there's a couple that was maybe 50 yards, 75 yards in front of us. And they motioned at us, like, come here. And I mean, it's pretty forest, trees everywhere, whatever, pine trees, all this. And we like are looking around because we don't know these people. We didn't know them from the ship or whatever. And they're like, come here. And we're like, okay. And then as we got closer, they're holding their hands over their mouth, like, be quiet or whatever. And so we get up to them and we're like, okay, who are these crazy people, whatever. And they say, come back here, like follow us. So we go off this little path. And I mean, a few feet in from the trail there, they point up and I mean, a branch that wasn't 5 feet off the ground. There was this eagle that was like 4 feet, fully mature eagle, the white head, everything, just standing on this branch. And it had to know that we were all down there, it was just like, whatever, I'm not worried about you guys. So it was just standing there chilling, just looking around, whatever. And, I remember whispering to Anita, who I was with, and I said, I'm not leaving until this flies away, Like,
that would be me.
If it's here for a half an hour, then I'm going to be here for a half an hour, And I don't know, it was probably there 10 or 15 minutes, and finally it decided it was going to fly away or whatever. But I mean, the wingspan on that thing, when it flew off that branch or whatever, and it just, I mean, Alaska, you're just so in touch with nature and the beauty and the landscape, and it's just and the air quality. Oh my God. Like it's rejuvenating. Like you won't get any better air quality anywhere than Alaska. I mean, that's as good as it gets.
I remember distinctively waking up that like next morning when you're inside the passage there, open the balcony door, and all you get hit with is that fresh, crisp air and the most amazing smell, because at that point we were kind of closer to land there, and you have all the beautiful trees, and it almost looks like, one of the Steven Spielberg movies, like Jurassic Park or something. Like all of the crazy terrain is just, it looks like an epic movie, but it's right in front of you. And I just remember being blown away, and just, I'm like you, I'm not moving for the next 30 minutes. I'm going to take all of this in and enjoy my coffee. And that's exactly what we did.
Well, and that's the thing too. So many of these cruises that we do, we go to a destination and it's like, oh, you have to go to this spot, or you have to go to this spot, or whatever. Like when you're doing Alaska in the Inside Passage or whatever, like the whole way, there's like these beautiful landscapes. You just look out your window and it's like, should I just like stay out here and never go inside the ship, because it's just like beautiful all the way along? It's just like,
I wanted to sleep on my balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it's just so cool. But normally by this time I've long said hi to everybody. So let's get our hellos.
Get your hellos in.
And there might be some questions as well. But we got Rick Wade, the Texas cruiser, and seen him in a couple weeks, and he is the gold medal winner today, followed by Cruising Chris Moss. It's a beautiful day to spend the evening watching some Coach Cruise with Cruise Life TV and the Funnel Heads. Yep, absolutely couldn't agree more. We got Seg back in the house, gets the bronze. We got Klesko here. The first time Klesko hasn't been on the podium in a little while. Just missed the podium there. All right, let me scroll through quickly. We got Charlene. Charlene has been busy doing some gambling. She told me she has been to like 4 or 5 casinos down in Biloxi or whatever. So having a good time. Winning some money, hopefully. We got Mike Clark back. Good to see you, Mike. We got our resident comedian, Brad H. Victoria Stone, good to see you. Hello from sunny California. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm jealous, Victoria, because it's anything but sunny here. We got Bridget and Baby Cuts Music. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Bridget, my girlfriend, is the lead singer in the band Baby Cuts, and has so if you go on YouTube and you look up Baby Cuts Music, you could find her there singing and stuff on a couple of videos and such. So yeah, go check it out. We got Liz and Chris from Carnival Cruise Addicts. All right. And then Edmund, Tim, and Cheryl, fresh off the Carnival Vista. I know they had a great time, and it's great to see them back cruising again. I'm sure they're going to make a shorter time of it between cruises this time around. Sandy, the Lost Pirate Jenkins, is back here once again. There is Carnival Cruise Addicts saying hi to everybody, not leaving anybody out there. Ree Brown 8 is back. Think about visiting Alaska again this summer. Okay, well, hey, maybe we'll end up on the same cruise there. All right. Cruising Chris Moss is starting us off once again. Says, I'm going to Alaska the first time this summer on Star Princess in July. Treat for Coach and Zoe. Clark and Sheffield if you still have it. And I like that. See, you can tell Chris is a veteran super chatter. And you know what? We're almost to 100. So we'll definitely hit – well, I think – I say definitely we'll hit 100. I think we'll hit 100 today. Yeah, so you can call out the shot that you want me to take. A $15 super chat gets a shot for me and a treat for Zoe. A $10 super chat gets a treat for Zoe. But I got all kinds of bourbons up here for you to choose from. Cruising Chris Moss is saying do the Clark and Sheffield. We also have Old Forester. We have Rick Wade's favorite, Buffalo Trace. We have the Single Barrel, Evan Williams. And the the last one we have up here is the small batch 4 roses. But Chris is saying to go with the Clark and Sheffield. It is going to be spring training in baseball soon, starting next month. So here we go. Cruising Chris Moss. Thank you, sir.
Guys, I'll be right back. My dog got out of the backyard. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Take care of that. Come here, Zoe.
Whoops.
All right. High five for Chris.
Woo. There we go.
What do you say? There you go. Hardy. Thank you. All right. And yeah, thank you for that, Cruising Chris Moss. And Chris Moss, now you were 46 through 60. So now you are 46 through 75 after that super chat there. Thank you so much. We got Cruise Life TV saying hi to everybody. Admin Tim. Cruising Chris Moss, by the way, has been a member for 9 months. Speaking of, I had an idea for an exciting members only show. So Bridget, who you've seen in the videos, those of you that are following the channel with Coach Cruz, she's going to do a members only live. So for those of you that would like to meet Bridget, that's going to be the first show she does with me, is for members only. So
nice.
Exclusive to members only. If you are a member, I'm thinking we'll do that, on a Wednesday, because she works oftentimes on Tuesday and doesn't get back, in time for when the show starts. So it might not be on a Tuesday. It might be like on a Wednesday or a Monday or something like that. But we'll make an announcement on that for the members. Talking about Alaska here. I enjoyed Alaska and I'm thinking about going again. Yeah, absolutely. Alaska is so beautiful. Charlene went on an Alaska cruise June 24 and had a great time. My favorite port was Ketchikan. Loved Creek Street.
We did too.
About the little towns too, because that's a good point. Trisha sets sail. Coach Trisha, what up? Annie Dizzle, the super mod, super supporter. What's up, Danny? And Admin Tim says, I still think it's too cold for a cruise to Alaska. No. Well, it's too cold now, Tim. Right now, I agree.
Yeah.
It's too cold.
You don't go now.
Here.
It's colder here than it is in Alaska. You go in the summertime when it's not so cold.
Yeah. So Admin Tim is 76 through 90. 76 through 90, and we got to do another shot. Oh, you didn't tell me which one, Admin Tim. You know what? We'll go with the Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace.
We'll go with the Buffalo Trace. That seems to be popular. All right, and here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Coach, you picked a great topic tonight. The only problem with this topic is we could go on for hours.
Yeah.
That's the only problem.
Yeah.
This was a,
and you'll be on the floor if that was the case.
And Tim and Cheryl, Zoe, I can still hear her crunching away on that first, but I'll set this aside here and have it ready. Charlene has been a member for 7 months. Very nice.
Wow, nice.
Look, we got Scott from Controversial Cruising here. Loves Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I can't recall, and you guys tell me if do you know anybody that's been to Alaska that was like, yeah. Do you know anybody that's just kind of like, yeah?
So I will say that yes. So the travel scouts,
on the first trip.
On their first trip, it was so cold that Kelly was like, I don't think I'm gonna go back. She was not enamored.
She wasn't digging it. It was cold, it was rainy.
Right.
They were used to the Caribbean, they had their shorts on.
No.
But they've been back since, and they're going back again for a group cruise.
Yeah.
And so I think you're right. You hit the head on the nail on the head there. Hit the head. Somebody hit your head. I could have gone to Alaska, basically.
I could have had a V8.
So they thought they didn't like Alaska, but now that they realize they do like Alaska, now that they
exactly.
Yeah. Well, but then you have us like Jason's used to climbing these mountains, like Mount Everest.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
he was
but he's all like
he was all about it.
Ship.
Yeah. Kelly was like,
I'll tell you what. So we have and look, Carnival Cruise Addicts member for 9 months. Beautiful. And we got Charlene who just did a super chat, and that takes us over 100.
Whoa, here we go.
Nice.
Floyd 1 through 20 last week. We had JB 21 through 35 and Min Tim 36 through 45. Cruising Chris Moss 46 through 75 and Min Tim again 76 through 90 and Charlene 91 through 100. And also, Charlene, you are in 1 through 5. You're starting us off on the next one as well.
Nice.
There's a treat on the floor. Zoe doesn't know it yet, but it's down there somewhere. That's why I was looking like this, because I dropped one. So this is going to be, I'm going to put Charlene and Edmund Tim. So high five for both of them, because there's an extra treat on the floor. So yeah. So she says thank you to both of you. And Charlene, I got to do a shot. So let's see. We've done Buffalo Trace, Clark and Sheffield. Let's go to the Evan Williams with the fancy little wax top. All right, so Charlene. And Charlene, by the way, I have to give her credit. Those of you that watch the videos when I'm in the casino and I've been winning some jackpots, a lot of those jackpots have been on Dragon Link. Charlene's the one who told me to play those. Liz and Chris suggested the Buffalo, and I've won on both of those. I've won on jackpots on Dragon Link and the Buffaloes, but Dragon Link probably I've had the most luck on. So yeah, Charlene, I gotta thank for that recommendation. And thank you for that. All right, so let's see. Trisha set sail. Thanks for watching the video and commenting. Oh, okay. Trisha set sail is got a video out there. So if anybody wants to check out Trisha Set Sail's video. We got Frankie Floyd in the house, the Emerald Coast Cruiser, saying hello to all of us. What's going on, Frankie? As a Will G. Did I pass? Oh, Together We Travel. I'm sorry. I almost went past. And let's see. Where did I skip Will? Is Will G in the house here? Because
Will G's, yeah.
Is he? Okay. Yeah. I must have missed his name. Brad 8 says, canceled 3 Alaska tries, pandemic and maintenance. Now in June, we'll finally be on the Cunard Queen for 11 days. Can't wait. Very cool. Tony Sargent says, hey, Coach Greg and Michelle. What's up, Tony? I'm trying to get through these names so we can get back on topic, but I don't want to leave anybody out. Big Family Expedition. And Will G, I know you're in here somewhere. I don't know. I don't your name somehow. I don't know. Kimberly Lavelle is here.
Hey.
It's going to be cold in Miami on Saturday and Sunday. Cruising out Sunday for a back-to-back.
Ooh. Oh, my.
That's what I'm talking about. Not just a back-to-back, but a back-to-back-to-back. I did that one time. I was actually, had gotten my cruising, and at that point, Charlene said the biggest shock was that Alaska is expensive. Oh my God, yeah. So those shore excursions, yeah, they are pricey.
So I got on my little list here that don't be cheap.
Don't be cheap.
Oh well,
that's a great tip.
You can't be cheap. You can't be cheap. Charlene opted out of the shore excursions on 2 ports because of cost when we cruise there. I mean, it can be. I mean, some of them are so cool though. But you know what? I'm glad people are mentioning that, because I'll tell you what, I did some research and you guys aren't wrong. There are some beautiful sites and some things that you can do on a budget. Like there are some national parks and things like that where you can take transportation to that really won't cost you any money to go walk around. When I talked about the opening of the show, when I was in Sitka, that was, honest to God, one of the most surreal, most beautiful. That's where I saw the eagle. That's where I saw the salmon. I mean, it was just absolutely breathtaking walking through that forest and everything. And that cost exactly this much. Okay. So, I mean, some of these ports, you do your research, you find some of the areas, and some of the places are close to ports that you can go. And I saw somebody in the comments saying, they just enjoyed the town and, all the charm and everything like that. Some of those things are free, but I mean, everybody wants to do like the whale watching and stuff like that. And they're not giving away those whale watching tours. They're making some money on that.
Well, I will say, you can definitely do things less expensive or even free, like hiking and stuff like that, and some of the things that you talked about. But you're going to Alaska. It may be the only opportunity that you get, or that we get. Like, you don't want to regret not doing something and then never being able to get back there. Like, you're there. Do it. You'll figure out, like, if it's not paid for, you'll figure it out when you get back. But you do not want to regret not doing the one thing that you really want to do and then coming home and kind of feeling, disappointed. But I mean, whatever you're going to do in Alaska, it's going to be fun. But if there's something that you really just don't want to miss out on, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, no, that's good. And the dog sled thing. Like dog sled thing on top of a glacier. I've heard from Lee Mason and another cruise director that got to do that.
Yeah.
I think they took a helicopter or something to where the dogs.
So we booked that excursion because of Lee because we talked to Lee about it.
You did it?
We talked.
Yeah.
We talked to Lee about it as well. So we booked that excursion. And when we went to the meeting point, they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but there's too much cloud coverage. You need to come back in about an hour." So we came back in about an hour, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but it's been canceled."
Oh my God.
But we ended up doing the same thing as you, Andrew. I believe it was the helicopter ride to the top of
the Mendenhall Glacier. So
amazing.
Yeah,
I can only imagine what the dog sled would have been as an extension.
So that was the thing. So the dog sled camp was at a higher elevation, and there was too much cloud cover, but they could take the helicopters up to a glacier that was at a lower elevation. So we opted to do that. Thank goodness, because
we just posted the video Sunday.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, you gotta watch it.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
So, and that was the thing. So when Greg and I were booking the things, and we were looking at the excursions and how expensive they were, and I thought back. I used to travel a lot for work, and I went to Hawaii. Like the first time I went to Hawaii, and I had an opportunity to take a helicopter ride up to the volcano, and I didn't do it, and I regretted it for years. For years. And I said, honey, we're not doing these.
And out of all the things I wanted to do in Alaska, I wanted to get on the top of a glacier and jump on a sled. But I got to the top of the glacier and I stuck my tongue
halfway there.
Yeah. So we're going to go back and we're going to do that dog sled. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. So what we did was we opted to not do the drink package. Yeah. So we're like, okay.
This is all about Alaska.
It was all about Alaska. It was all about the excursions. We just put that money that we would have put to the drink package. We put that toward excursions.
And Coach, what's interesting is the Alchemy Bar on the entire cruise was like a ghost town.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what ship were you on?
The Spirit.
Okay. Well, the Spirit, I think, has a bigger Alchemy Bar, but I was on the Luminosa. That's the smallest Alchemy Bar I've ever seen.
Oh, really? But that's a Vista class, right?
No, it's a Spirit, I think.
Oh, Luminosa. I'm sorry. Right.
Yeah.
Luminosa.
No, Anna, our favorite. That she was such a great alchemy.
Anna knows you, by the way.
Yeah. She did a little shout out to you, but no. Anyway, so it's just like it, But again, you got to figure out what's meaningful for you. But the thing is, do your homework early. Book it early, because if there is an excursion that you want, you don't want to have it be sold out. That's the thing. So, and
Andrew, did you do any video?
Book it a year in advance.
Did you do any video when you did the helicopter ride?
Yes. Yeah. I did a full video of us going over on the helicopter, hiking on the glacier. We actually we didn't do the The dog sledding on the glacier, it was out of the price range. We ran out of onboard credit, but we did go to the mushing camp and do the dog sledding.
Okay,
which
that's
was also
cool.
really fun. And Rhett was probably 4 or 5 at the time, so he was able to do it. We took this big truck up to the top, and it was a lot of fun. He was just
That's great.
the whole time,
but those views from the helicopter is like incredible.
it was so breathtaking. I mean, just a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm so happy we did it.
Yeah,
nice.
Well, look, Cruise Life TV gifted 5 Coach Cruise memberships. So I mentioned earlier that Bridget's going to do a live for all the members. And
that's why I did it.
Get to meet, my girlfriend now that's been on the couple cruises recently and the videos, and she will be cruising with me on the spring break cruise on the Mardi Gras, and also this summer on the Horizon and Alaska for 17 days. Yeah. So there'll be a lot of video upcoming with Bridget here. So we're going to do a shot and a treat for Cruise Life TV. And Zoe's been like waiting patiently for this.
Sorry, we're talkers.
Come on, Daddy, give it to me.
Thank you. And I got some 4 roses here because I haven't done that yet tonight. So here we go.
Yeah, 4 roses.
And
there we go. Quack, quack.
Okay. And you know what? I haven't done the drawing. So the drawing now, and I don't know where my cooler's down here. But so anybody that wins the drawing can choose from a cooler or a shirt. I have one of my old school shirts here that I'm wearing, but then also I have it in black, and I have it in blue, and I have it in pink. But you could. It's only 100 in super chats now to get to the
prize.
Yeah, exactly.
The prize package.
Okay, so there's nothing on the screen there, just to show everybody it's fair. We have Frankie Floyd 1 through 20, JB 21 through 35, Tim G 36 through 45, Cruising Chris Moss 46 through 60, 46 through 75, and then Tim again 76 through 90, and Charlene 91 through 100. Here we go. Siri, give me a random number 1 through 100.
The random number between 1 and 100 is 49.
49, and that is Cruising Chris Moss once again. I know I just sent him a cooler. I don't know if he wants another cooler, but he can use a shirt if he would like as well. And you know what? I've been looking into some hats recently. Cruise Life TV, I tell you, they're all about the merch. They got all these different, they got coasters, they got stickers, they got all kinds of stuff going on Cruise Life TV. So I got to expand my merch, collection or whatever.
I'll have to talk to you.
Yeah. Tell you.
Give you some insight.
Some good places to get stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So I am looking into hats, and I have some embroidered things that you can press onto hats, like the logo, the Coach Cruise logo and everything. So
that's nice.
This logo is pressed on or whatever. Like it could be like that.
Let me tell you, your cooler is Mac Daddy, big time.
That is a great cooler.
I love it. We take it everywhere, and it's durable, and it's still holding up. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a tenant that lives in my same little building, large home, whatever you're going to call it. And she was saying the same thing just last night. She's like, I take it to the grocery store all the time. Like, and then Tim, I guess Cheryl uses it for groceries and stuff all the time. But, Bridget and I have used that same cooler for little, weekend trips and things like that. It's been great. So, all right, let's get through some more of these comments. Kimberly, thank you, Cruise Life TV, for the membership. Oh, look at that. So we got Kimberly. Tony got gifted a membership. Danny Dizzle, the super supporter, the super mod, she got one. James Hawkins is here, says, hey, Coach. Carnival Cruise Addicts is still in the house. Yoli, where you been, Yoli? Yoli's been hanging out in her hot tub too much. She hasn't been here in a while.
We were just talking about Yoli.
Yes.
She's here
Yoli
now.
and Andrew, hello.
Off to a good start to the new year. Good to see you guys. Good to see Yoli. She hadn't been here in a month. And where's Maya, Yoli? Where's Andrew? Where's everybody? Okay, Joe and Jen from Iowa. 4 roses for the win. Oh, I like it. Yes, I just did the 4 roses. Big family expedition. We definitely want to do the scenic train ride next time.
Oh, yeah.
Alaska. There you go. Charlene.
Andrew, have you done the train?
No, he said he did.
No?
No, unfortunately, because the mudslide thing happened.
Right. Okay. Right.
Yeah. Next time, hopefully.
We got really good footage of that train ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Legion Rider seems like a new name. So Legion Rider, welcome to the show.
Oh, hey, Legion Rider, 73.
Welcome in.
I like that number.
73. If 73 is the year you were born, then we are the same age, my friend.
Isn't
that
Sheldon's number?
Ben from Milwaukee.
73.
All right, so I think we're caught up on comments. Oh, wait, and I missed Gerard up here. And if I missed anybody else, post in the comments. I was trying to scroll through and get down here to so we can get back to the Alaska talk. So we were talking about ports, and it seems like the same ports keep coming up: Juneau, Skagway, Tracy Armford, Ketchikan. I know Victoria, Canada was a spot.
Oh, yeah.
And then one of
I
the
didn't go there.
No. What about
we'll just say, so for those of you that are looking at the Spirit for that 7-day itinerary, Victoria, it was like a very limited, it was like we docked at 7 p.m. and you had to be back on the boat at 10 p.m.
And the Alchemy was only open for 1 hour. I'm pissed.
It's like ridiculous. But if you're there during the day, there is a place called Bouchard Gardens on Victoria Island, which is incredibly gorgeous. And that's besides the downtown area, which is very quaint and things like that. It's definitely a place to see. So if Victoria is one of your ports and you're there during the day, check out Bouchard Garden excursion. You could probably go there without an excursion. You want to probably just check ticket prices and maybe taxis or whatever. But I was there one time for a work trip. I took an extra day when I was in Vancouver. It was just incredible.
Yeah, we stopped in Victoria twice on our back-to-back, and I think it was like 8 a.m. to like 2 p.m. or something like that. So it's a very short amount of time, which it usually is there. But there is also a place called the Wharf, I believe, and we walked there. It was about 10 minutes. We walked there with Rhett. He was probably 4 or 5 at the time. So very doable walk. And it's really, really just beautiful area. You got these little tiny homes that actually are kind of like boat homes. Super nice people. They'll talk to you. Rhett had a billion questions on how it was like living on one of those. They have little restaurants, little souvenir shops. So even if you just want to go out there, you could also see the planes coming in and landing in the sea. So it's absolutely free just to enjoy the views, get a little bit of activity, and we loved it. That's what we did both times. So
that's cool. Yeah, well, Victoria, been there twice on 2 cruises back to back, and there's this place for those of you that do have Victoria as part of your Alaska cruise called Bard and Banker. So it was this bank that was gutted out and turned into a bar.
Oh,
and so it's a pretty large place. The cool thing about it was when I was on the Luminosa, the entertainment director, who I forget the name of at the time, but he's the one who told me about it. And he's like, "Hey, we're gonna go to this great place. Let's all go hang out." So we were partying with Carnival crew, that had gotten off the ship, including the entertainment director and stuff, and we're like doing shots and everything. And so they have this shot called the shaft. And you have to suck the shot out of this drink called the shaft. So everybody was sucking on their shafts. There's shots. And yeah,
you got a soundbite.
I'm not making this up. I couldn't make that up. I'm not, smart enough.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, and honest to God, it was one of the tastiest shots I've ever done.
You're in the right spot if you see a bunch of crew on board. You always know you're in the right spot.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
No. But Bard and Banker, seriously, like that's a really if you're
that's cool.
Go to a stop and BARD and Banker, like the common spelling. But yeah, that's a good time. It's a good time.
We'll leave it to you, Coach, to find the best bar in town, right?
In Vancouver, in a little hick town.
Victoria, not Vancouver, but Victoria.
No, Victoria though is beautiful. Like it's a great little Y. I mean, it's one of the cleanest places I've ever seen. It's so pretty, like the little, yeah.
So Barton Baker was in Vancouver, not Victoria?
No, it wasn't Victoria.
It was in Victoria. Okay, all right, just checking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barton
Sucking shaft should be a carnival.
See, I had to. I'm a little disappointed that I have to give you that material, Brad. I feel like Brad should be coming up with his own material. Like I shouldn't put it on a tee for him, to just be like, come on, Brad. Like that's good. That's good, Brad. It is. But I kind of feel like, you being our resident comedian should have your own material there. James says I'm not sucking on any shafts. I don't know. I don't even know if I released that video. So this is no joke. I did this Alaska like 2 years ago, and I've been holding on to some video. Like, I don't know. I was just lazy or something. Oh, you know what it was? Here's what it was. So it was toward the end of the cruise season, and I'm like, well, hell, nobody's going to Alaska now. Alaska's over with. Like, why am I going to release this video? Nobody's going to watch it. So I'm like, I'll just hold on to these video clips, and then I'll release it next year. But I forgot to do it last year. So I might release some Alaska footage that's 2 years old. Brand new.
That's good.
And it might include sucking on shafts.
Release it whenever you need to.
Look at that. We got JB in the house. JB is here. I didn't know if he was going to be here. Good evening, Coach. I'm running a little late tonight. Hello to the guests as well. And look at that. We got JB. So he's going to be numbers 6 through 20. And that means we're doing another shot. JB, we are all the way to the bottom of the comments. So you can tell me what liqueur we're going to do. Buffalo Trace, Old Forester, Evan Williams, Clark and Sheffield, or Four Roses. Let us know. So Cruising Chris Moss says sucking shafts. This is a Saturday night. Is it? It's Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. No, but you know what? Honestly, God, that's and we were all laughing about it and hesitant to do it, but you suck the shaft through a straw, so it's not like anything bigger, but it is called the shaft. I'm not gonna lie. It's okay. So let's see. Charlene says
that's funny. Oh, Coach, leave it to you.
Buffalo Trace, JB says, oh, Zoe, come here. Get your treat. Buffalo Trace. Here we go. This will be the second shot of Buffalo Trace tonight. And JB, and for everybody that I forgot to quack for your super chats, thank you as always. We got the Buffalo Trace going there. Zoe, you want another treat? I think you do. Come here. Yeah. All right. Thank you, JB. And JB, as I mentioned last week, New Year's Eve cruise. He's going to be on the first Coach Cruise bar crawl.
New Year's Eve.
The first New Year's Eve cruise. The first cruise of, well, actually, maybe the last cruise. The last bar crawl of Coach Cruise for 2020. What are we? We're 2026 now, right? Yeah, 2026. Getting the years mixed up. Too many shots in. All right. F5 for JB. F5. There you go. What do you say? Yeah, you say thank you. Good job. Good job. All right.
Bridget's getting some good laughs out of all this.
Who's getting some good laughs?
Frigid.
But she just came in to chat.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see that yet. Carnival Cruise Addicts, get ready for bed. Gonna leave that sucking shafts for the rest of you. You know what?
I'm gonna suck on my CCA shaft.
You know what? I feel like I need to be. I feel like this is the perfect segment for your match game that you guys.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that just feels like, you know, sausages. What is it?
Listen, those thoughts have already crossed my mind about 10 minutes ago.
About what?
Sucking on the shaft.
Oh, sucking on the blank. Yeah, but if for those of you in this chat that haven't come on and haven't joined us for the match game,
Have another drink
on Friday, gotta join us.
Match game Fridays.
It's a lot of fun.
They're talking about shafts and sausages the whole hour long. So
Yes.
You get your look
on
Scott,
our sausage.
Scott, there he is. He's the host of the show.
How shafty is it? It's pretty shafty.
It's actually pretty good.
A lot of sucking going on and all that fun stuff. I don't know.
No, I don't know. It was a little chocolatey, you know, the shaft that Martin Baker provides. It was good. It's tasty.
Oh.
It was honestly one of the better shots that
I'd love to suck on that shaft
It
one
sounds
day.
it sounds a lot better than a duck fart.
Red Dog Saloon.
Okay,
right?
hold on now. Hold on. Alaskan cruises, Alaskan ports. Who has had a duck fart from Alaska?
I did. What's the name of that place that
Red Dog Saloon.
Red Dog Saloon.
Yeah.
Red Dog Saloon.
Yeah, absolutely. And they got sawdust and stuff on the floor, right?
Wasn't that great?
Yeah.
And like the piano player, typically, it's a good little spot.
Oh, I would have spent the entire day there.
We loved it there. We had a lot of fun.
Unfortunately, because our helicopter ride was like canceled and then rebooked and canceled and rebooked.
We didn't have as much time.
We didn't have that much time when we got back to the port. Yeah.
As we wanted to, but it was that little town was a lot of fun. And we did some souvenir shopping.
I even said I'd like to live there or visit there, you know, just spend a week, you know.
I think it would be so cool, like, if I did it over again, like, move to Alaska for the summers and do, like, the shore excursions, be, like, a guide. I think that would be the most incredible job ever.
Our guy was from Florida.
Yeah. So we talked to a lot of the excursion people and yeah, they're the opposite snowbirds. Like here in Florida, like everybody comes down here for the winter. So anyway, but then they go up there for the summer.
Coach, this is your show. Keep on going.
No, you know what I was going to say in regards to like the excursions and stuff. I was going to mention this earlier. So you guys said it, and Andrew alluded to it as well. You got to do your homework on these excursions because they are pricey, but there's also excursions. So the cruise lines, they have their own excursions, obviously, and some people only like to do through the cruise line, which is fine. But you got to do your homework if you're doing Alaska because there's so many vendors that are doing excursions outside of your cruise line. So there was this one hella cool excursion that I wanted to do so bad, but our cruise ship was getting in after the particular excursion would start. So I couldn't do it. But what it involved was hiking, and then part of the hike, you were hiking through ice caves through the glacier.
Oh, really?
Through a glacier, like of ice. And that was like a natural thing. It's not something they created. It's a natural forming thing within the glacier. Like you can walk through the glacier in like an ice cave. And I'm like, I just wanted to do that so bad. And it was a long hike and everything, but you needed, your ship needed to dock at a certain time or whatever. And if it didn't, then it would be after because round trip, the whole thing was going to be like 6 or 7 hours to do this excursion. And so I didn't even get the opportunity. But I'm like, damn, I was like so mad because like it looks so cool to be able to like hike through a glacier. Like Andrew was on top of one, you guys were on top of one, but to like go through it like in a tunnel of ice.
Yeah.
How cool is that? And then hike through the mountains and everything else like that. So yeah,
wow.
that was crazy cool. But that's through shoreexcursioneer.com. But just Google excursion companies in Alaska.
Make sure they're reputable.
Reports.
Just double check that.
Yes.
Make sure that they're reputable companies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I mean, most of them, I think, for the most part are. But you might get a better deal. And then the other thing is like Carnival, and I haven't mentioned this, I don't think, about Carnival, but Carnival might not be as reputable as they used to be. At least they used to have this shore excursion guarantee, and they still have the shore excursion guarantee. But there was a excursion going out of Belize. There was a shark ray alley thing where you went to Cape Cocker and things like that. I kid you not. I'd never seen an excursion that matched up as perfectly as this one. The only difference was when you got to Cape Cocker, they let you off in a different spot. That was the only difference. And then the vendor non-carnival thing even did like tarpon feeding, those big tarpon feed them little fish, and they jump out of the water and they can like grab your part of your hand and like take the fish and all that. It even included that, and the Carnival excursion didn't. And Carnival denied the price match thing. And it was the same amount of time. It was the same main excursion. I never seen a more identical thing. And I'm just like, wow, Carnival's doing a scam now. It's a scam because they're not honoring this shore excursion guarantee. You couldn't have an excursion that matched up more perfectly than this one. And they didn't do the price match, plus 10% thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Coach, are you starting to talk bad about Carnival?
No, I mean,
he's just telling the truth.
But no, I have somebody here that might want to speak to you right now.
No.
Oh, yes.
No.
He wants to talk to you.
No.
John?
John. Yeah, John. Oh, Michelle, you're going to have to get up.
I'm going to have to get up.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hold on a second here. Somebody wants to talk to you.
All right.
Here he comes.
My potty break.
Okay, here we go. Go ahead, John.
What?
There he is. There's a special treat.
This some insane special effects or something? What is going on here?
Kat, you got your mic on? Put your mic on.
Testing level. How's that?
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my God. Dude, I'm just so impressed by the special effects. This is like insane. Let's go. Let's hear it.
That's funny.
No, I'm just kidding. Michelle had to go to the bathroom.
Dude, that was so cool though. I was actually freaking out for a second.
He was sweating bullets.
Can't be real.
Oh man, yeah, you were sweating bullets, huh?
Like he was coming in and sitting down, and Michelle got up, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell? Where are you guys at? What's going on? That is crazy.
Yeah, take your
Did you
seat.
get him?
Yeah, I got him good.
Okay, good.
He was sweating bullets.
I was a little.
We're hosting John Heald tonight.
Oh, look, you got a lot of super chats coming in because of that now.
Well, I don't see them yet, but if somebody wants to do a super chat, yeah. I mean that deserves a super chat. That deserves a super chat for Greg and Michelle, Cruise Life TV. Yeah, that was amazing. We had John Heald on the show, and he was about to cuss me out live on Coach Cruise.
On Coach Cruise.
Like, listen. I'll tell you something.
Oh, that's funny.
Darlene says, you got Coach. I'm like, did that not look real? I mean, that
really did.
I gotta hand it to you, Greg. That was some good shit.
Oh,
It
He's
was.
the master of the green
That
screen.
was really good. Yeah, Victoria agrees with me. Victoria says that was very. And then Michelle, you played your part perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, hey, hey, get up. So so this.
That was totally unplanned too. That was like on the cuff.
Oh.
Look, Kimberly. See, I'm not the only one that was.
Totally looks real.
Totally looks real.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
Now, what happens if Carnival actually watches this clip?
Yeah, and Cruising Chris Moss. So yeah, he said, yeah. So that was John Heald's quote about me. So this is the guy that calls himself a coach or a captain or whatever.
Oh my goodness!
Look, you impressed our resident comedian Brad.
Well played. There we go.
And Yoli said that was some good shit and did a super chat. Let's see, which one haven't I not done? I have not done the Old Forester yet. So yeah,
nice.
We're gonna do some old Forester. Zoe, come here. You got another treat coming your way here. Courtesy of Yoli and Andrew. High five. High five for Yoli and Andrew and John Heald. All right. Yoli is back in the house, and we got Legion Rider.
That's good shit.
That's what I said.
I wish I could have saw Brad's like pulse rate.
Honest to God, like part of me was like, no bullshit. Like this is not real. But then, like,
everyone knows we know John Heald.
Like it looked like he was sitting in Michelle's actual seat. Like I saw you couldn't see his head at first, and he was like getting his stuff on, whatever. And I'm like, who the hell is this? And I'm like, that's not John Heald. Like, who is it? Like, I was curious, like, who the hell was at your house? Like who? But then dude, you're really talented. Greg is really talented.
So listen, he stays here when he comes to Miami to go to the corporate headquarters. So
Yes, he knows hotels.
he doesn't like the hotels.
We treat him right, and I give him a foot rub.
That's right.
Yeah, Danny Dizzle says, Greg, you're amazing. Yeah, you're not that dude. That was one of the coolest things, honestly, that's ever been on this show, ever.
What, you don't like the snow in my studio?
Yeah, no, that beat the hell out of your
I
snow.
thought you were in it.
I didn't notice the snow until right now. Yeah, Legion Rider says, pretty good, you got me. And Legion Rider, I got another treat here for Zoe. And let's see, we've done the Evan Williams, Old Forester, Clark and Sheffield. We've done them all. So Legion Rider, let's see. Are we? Yeah, Legion Rider. What is your choice? Buffalo Trace, Old Forester, Clark and Sheffield, Four Roses, or Evan Williams? You get the call, Legion Rider. Tell us what you want. Danny Dizzle, if you watch John the Match Game, you will learn that when people come on the cruise, he hides and takes a poop.
That's right.
I heard that he hit out at the steakhouse bar sometimes. I'd have gone into the steakhouse bar if I'd have seen him there, and I'd have ordered a watermelon martini and sat right down next to him. Again, there's a little tip. I've said this in many videos and shows and stuff like that. If you're on Carnival, go to the steakhouse bar. They got the best liqueurs, the highest end, and most of them are covered with your Cheers package. So
and the steakhouse actually has the Blanton's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see. Does CLTV get 1% royalty? Well, so here's the thing, and I don't even care, honestly. It depends on which channel you're watching through. So some of you are watching through my channel, some of you are watching through CLTV, some of you are watching through Andrew's channel, but that's whoever gets it. But I'll do the shots regardless, so I don't even care. But yeah, so that's how that works. The Legion Rider.
I want to know what your Wednesday morning looks like, Coach.
Can you do like a members only on Wednesday mornings?
Waking up on a Wednesday morning, like phone in your face. That would be.
I'll tell you what, it doesn't
Doing
hurt being 6'5" and probably 285 right now. That helps. That helps. That helps me absorb some of the bourbon. But then I do drink a lot of water after this. But I'll tell you what, this is the most shots I've done in a while.
Yeah.
I'm surprised my words aren't slurring more than they probably are. Legion Rider, welcome to the program, and don't be a stranger. Keep coming back, and thank you.
Absolutely.
If you do keep coming back to the program, I'll know it's because of John Heald. Because that's what got you to do the super chat. You got Legion, we're gonna high five for a new viewer, Legion Rider. High five for Legion Rider. Hey, louder. Yeah, Legion Rider. Zoe says thank you. I say thank you. All right, Kimberly. Yeah, Buffalo, like the slot machine.
Gambling
right now.
You're so close, Kim. You're so close.
Coach is praying for a snow day tomorrow. I'll tell you what, Kim, you know what? We had a cold day this past Friday. No joke. We didn't have a snow day. We had a cold day. So in Chicago, it makes you want to come to Chicago right now. I know when I tell you this story. But we had wind chills projected at like -30 to -40 last Friday. So Thursday, we got word they're like, you know what? We're not even going to bother with school.
Good.
Good. We're canceling school. So found out Thursday before I even left school, the school was going to be canceled for Friday. So we had a 3-day weekend because nobody wants to hang out in -30 or -40 degrees wind chill for some reason. I don't know why they wouldn't. I mean, that's fun, isn't it?
Oh, that's balmy.
And I think it's cold here in South Carolina.
James says words will be as James pointed out. James, words will be getting worse on this night. Yes, they already. And Baby Cut's music does make me a giant brand-sized coffee when she's over in the morning, and I do appreciate it. I really do. Yes, Big Bro and Sister-in-law lives in Chicago. Yeah, Danny D and I are going to hook up one day when she visits Chicago.
Nice.
All right, so Juneau, Skagway, Tracy Arm Forum, Ketchikan. I'll start with Skagway, okay, because I did the most beautiful hike in Skagway. And again, I realize not everybody is physically able to do, and I'll say it's strenuous. I'm going to go on the brink and I'm going to say it's strenuous. It's kind of a strenuous hike. You definitely want some of those little hiking sticks. It's not insanely hard, but it's a hard hike. It's about 3.5, 4 hours up and about 3 hours down. The down part is not as easy as you might think because the terrain is rocky. The trail is rocky. It's not like you can just, run down. If you tried to run down, you would trip and fall and bust your head and everything. So you got to be careful going down as well. And that's taxing in its own way. But I'll tell you what, it's about a 3.5, 4 mile hike up in this particular Skagway trail that I'm talking about. But it is insanely beautiful. One of the pictures, the thumbnail is just one of the pictures I got from up there. But I'm not even going to tell you. I'm not going to lie about this or whatever. I got emotional. I'm not even kidding. I got emotional when I got to the top of the mountain because it was just so beautiful. And I was just so in touch with nature and it just felt so spiritual and everything that it was moving for me. Just absolutely beautiful. And I do not regret. And my legs were sore for probably a week from doing that hike, but it was so worth it. And I can't wait to do it again this summer, hiking up there or whatever. But yeah, it's just, Alaska's no joke. It is just absolutely beautiful. And those of you that have not been to Alaska, that are like, I don't know, I'm not sure, whatever. Scratch all of that out of your mind and just take that leap of faith You hear it from all of us. We're not all lying. It's not some big conspiracy. We're not trying to trick you or anything. Book the Alaska cruise. I guarantee you're going to just absolutely see some beauty that you just are just mesmerized by, and it will just stick in your mind forever. It's that kind of thing. It really is. It's surreal. You got to go there and check it out. I believe Greg and Michelle and Andrew, Michelle, and we got 2 Michelles. Yeah, we got Michelle.
Yeah, that's right.
Michelle, I forgot about that.
Well,
I was wondering why you said Michelle twice, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So am I wrong? It's right. It's surreal, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
no.
Yes.
So I have a question for both of you. Have either one of you seen the Northern Lights when you've been to Alaska?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that question. I have not, and that's one of the things that is on my bucket list. Speaking of bucket list, you got to see it. No, see,
you're gonna have to wait for when we post the video.
At the same time, because I didn't get to see it. You got to see them when you were on the cruise.
You got to wait to see the video.
You got to watch the video.
When we post it, yeah.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
So here's the thing, though, about the Northern Lights, which we stood out there for hours.
Didn't see him.
On the most incredible night that everybody was talking about to see the lights, but we didn't realize that the only way you could see them is through the
camera.
The
camera actually captures them.
It captured them, and we realized that like 2 hours, like after freezing out on the Lido deck.
When you see like pictures of them, it's because
special filters and all that stuff.
Well, because the camera actually can capture the colors better than the naked eye can. So that's part of it. But
yeah.
But I will say that here's the thing about nature, Coach. Like you hit on it. It is a spiritual experience. Like when you get out there, this is what nature is all about. It's connection to our nature too. When we get out of the busyness of life and get into what this world really
get out of the comfort zone,
the beauty that it can offer. And Yosemite is one of my favorite places. And I tell you, there was I went there when I was little. My parents took me there, and that was my first experience of some real nature, like some mountains and gorgeousness like that, and it's like a place where your heart can open up. Now that we travel as cruisers, the beaches are gorgeous and sunsets can do the same thing. But I tell you, the majesty of mountains that you can get, like in places like Alaska, can do that same thing. Can really take you to that heart-opening spiritual connection kind of place. So more than some of the other ports that are more about the party atmosphere kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
when we went to Ketchikan, we did hiking as well. We did Deer Pond Mountain. So if Brad or you guys go to Ketchikan again, it's the mountain that looks like a Hershey kiss as you pull in. And we went to the very tippy top and played in the snow in July. It was the only little bit of snow that was left in Alaska.
Yeah, you had a little man with you?
What's that?
What was the little man with you?
So he hiked when we went to Iceland, but he was too young because this was about 4 hours up and back. It was about 3,000 feet elevation. So we left. He stayed in camp for the day. Actually, we picked him up when we got back, and then we went back out in town. But it was such an amazing experience. And I just talking about nature, like, you got to work for it, and then you get to see, that beautiful view. And that's like, it comes kind of hand in hand because you're working so hard to get to that destination. And when you finally there and you feel accomplished and you can just soak it all in. So,
well, we have a question, and I got to admit, it is a good debate. So we have a couple people talking about it right now, but the preference, and Michelle, you can speak to this, and Greg and myself as well. And Andrew, you been to Hawaii?
No, not yet.
I can speak to it too, but Hawaii or Alaska, your choice. Like if you're
so what do you think?
So here's the thing. Like, why do you have to choose? Like,
do both.
Do both, because you know what? Like, you know what? There's always ways. You know, you put it out there to the universe that you want to do it, and the money comes. It's like a baby. The baby brings its own purse.
Mhm.
You know, you put the desire out, and you live to that. Like, you just allow yourself to be there. Envision. I am all about. It's a whole nother thing. But
my answer to that question is like, do you like this cruise director or that cruise director? But you know what? They're both unique in their own special ways. You can't like compare one to the other.
But I've been to Hawaii many times. It's one of my favorite places. I've been to Alaska now twice. Once in Fairbanks, which is way up inland, and then on a cruise. But you know, and again, it's kind of like what your preference is. Do you really like islands, and do you want a different vibe than the Caribbean, and you just then go to Hawaii? I remember being on a plane going, why am I spending all this time going to see more palm trees when I live in Florida?
You know,
and then when you arrive in Hawaii, you go, that's why, because it's a whole different vibe. So it's a whole different experience.
One of the biggest tips from cruisers, like Brad, Andrew, us, is you got to get out of your comfort zone. Mm-hmm. So if you're an island girl, try something like Alaska. That's all I got to say.
You might love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I mean, and it is a little bit of apples and oranges, but they are unique in their own way. If you're going to Hawaii, and if you could only go to one island, I do have a recommendation on what I would say. Greg and Michelle might disagree on it, but Kauai. Kauai is my favorite island because you have Nepali Coast. Nepali Coast is just formed by the volcanoes and everything else like that. And you have Waimea Canyon, which is basically the Grand Canyon's little grandson or granddaughter, or whatever. Just amazing. You know, I mean, it's just, it is different. At the time that I last went, one of the volcanoes was still active, and so you could still see the lava and stuff. We would leave at night, so you could still see the lava trail going into the ocean and stuff. That was really cool. But yeah, it is different. But I will say, when you go to Hawaii, you're going to different islands, and you have to cruise there to get to that island. And then you go to different places or different areas on that island to see its beauty. Alaska, one of the cool things about it is, like we talked about this earlier, you're cruising on the Inside Passage or whatever, and it's like just beauty constantly. Like,
and the water is so.
You're like, oh, look, there's another landscape, outside my window. Yeah. Oh, look, there's some killer whales just jumping around outside of the window there. Like, I mean, it's just insane. I mean,
it's insane.
The beauty and everything else like that. Yeah, it's something.
I won't forget, like when we left, and we were in the Lido Deck buffet, and a whole bunch of passengers started like running against the windows, like, oh my god. It was like the first sighting of a whale, and it was so amazing.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to see. Like, obviously recommend bringing binoculars or whatever, but like the water is typically so still, especially once you get to the Inside Passage, that you can see wildlife all over. You can see it on the banks of where you're cruising into. You can see it in the water. I mean, after a little while, it's almost like, oh, there's another bald eagle. There's another, whale. There's another. It's just crazy, and you kind of get used to it. But it's so breathtakingly amazing. And obviously, if you're going in the summertime, it doesn't get dark until like 9:30, 10, 10:30, 11 at night. Sometimes the sun doesn't even go all the way down. In fact, we were doing like the mega deck party. It was like almost 11 and the sun was kind of sort of setting, but it wasn't going to completely set. It was just going to kind of go back up. But it was just such a surreal
That was in
experience.
Hawaii?
No, that was Alaska.
Alaska.
Yeah. So what's interesting is when we came back from Alaska, because we did like late Alaska, August, September, I even thought to myself, I was like, where is that whole thing about like it being daylight all day long? And we didn't really feel that.
June 21st, the solstice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the one time I was there in Alaska in Fairbanks, it was October, and there was only like this much daylight. I was working up there. I was working, and I was sleeping the whole time because I was so tired. It was so hard to stay awake because there was no sun.
Yeah,
that was rough. But
what's going on in the chat? What do we got here?
Well,
seals everywhere. Seals on the ice.
We're just on the island of Oahu, Hawaii. We found plenty to do around the island. So Maui, I would say, is an island of Hawaii that is a good combination of old Hawaii and new. Like there's enough partying and enough bars and nightlife and things like that you can kind of get your fix of both. There's the drive to Hana, which is really nice. You can go to the top of the volcano and you can bike down it. The cool thing about that, if you bike down from the top of the volcano, you're so high up there, once they drive you up there, that you actually drive through clouds. That is no joke. You'll bike through clouds.
That's really
wow.
Hawaii. You're up the top of the mountain. You can go all the way up there to see the crater and everything else like that, and then I'll drive you down to a point, and then you get on your bikes, and you're basically just going downhill most of the way until you get into a town at the bottom.
Did you do that? Did you do that excursion? Yeah.
Times. Yeah, so cool.
Yes. So I did that with my sister too. And they pick you up at your hotel. Well, because we were at a hotel. So we picked us up at the hotel at like 2:00 in the morning. They take you to the base camp. They fit you with like Arctic gear. They take you up to Haleakala to see the sunrise, which is the sunrise on the daybreak or whatever, if you can, because most of the time you can't. And then, like you said, they put you back in the van. They take you down a little ways. You kind of like put you on bikes and you're going down, and then you start from Arctic weather down to beach, down to the beach at the end of the trail. Yeah, it's awesome. That was a peak. That was a peak experience for me.
Yeah. And speaking of that, going down to the beach and stuff, I don't know if we addressed this much, but the cool thing about Alaska and some of these smaller Hawaiian towns as well, they are like very community, very old school. So you get that traditional feel. It's kind of like a little time warp in a way, because for those of you that come from cities and very industrialized areas, when you go to Alaska and you go to some of these Alaska towns and things like that, it's different, I mean, because you go in there and you go through a lot of mom and pop shops and things like that. And it's just a very old school feel, like the people there are, there for years and stuff like that. And you feel that. You really feel that when you do Alaska and even some of these smaller Hawaiian towns and things like that. When you go through there, there's that culture and this decades of, I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about because you've been there, right? You know what I'm saying, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Alaska, like I said, anybody that has hesitations about Alaska, one thing I will advise this about Alaska. So Alaska season starts maybe late March, early April, And late March, early April is the end of winter in some places. It's going to be colder the end of March, early April than it is late July, early August. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a little worried about the cold, book July, August. Don't book April, May, June. You know,
that's a great tip.
Yeah, and then you won't have anything to worry about, because I kid you not, if you go to some of these Alaskan ports, you are going to be in shorts and t-shirts, and you're going to sweat, especially if you do something active. Okay. A lot of people are fearful of the cold when they go to Alaska. If you go in March, April, May, yeah, you know what? You might experience some cold. It won't be freezing cold necessarily, but it could be cold, especially depending upon the excursion you do or whatever. It could be pretty cold. But if you go late May, June, July, August, chances are you're going to get some really good weather. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be warm. You're going to be able to wear shorts and a t-shirt, especially if you're doing something like hiking or whatever. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe this is Alaska. I thought it was going to be so cold. Here I am sweating because I have a jacket on.
I mean, we went late June to early July, and I mean, there was a couple times where we were freezing cold, but it was also rainy. We were on, other smaller boats and stuff like that, especially in like Tracy Arm Fjord area. But for the most part, we wore layers, like a light jacket and long pants, and yeah, we got hot quite a bit. I mean, it was probably low 50s to low 60s. It would kind of change throughout the day. Alaska has that saying, like, if you don't like the weather, wait, 15 minutes, because it's going to change, and it changes often. So you just wear layers and prepare for pretty much anything, but you just take it off when you get hot. You can always put it back on. But definitely June, July, early August, mid-August, I think those are great times if you're, a little bit scared, a little bit nervous that it's going to be too cold. And depending where you live too, around the world or in the States, like, your cold and my cold are very different as well. I live in South Carolina, Greg and Michelle's in Florida. So like our cold is, probably 40 and below, and other people's cold is, -10. So it just depends.
All right. So look, we are already 22 minutes overtime. I'm going to do a shameful plug, because I know Bridget is out, because I heard her walking around and stuff. She's out. She's here.
Do a plug.
Bring her in.
If anybody does a $15 super chat, I will call for Bridget to come on.
Do it.
I'm going to do that right now.
Do it.
I got
Bridget.
you. Come in here, Bridget.
We're going to get Bridget on camera.
This was a great episode. Like I said, this could go on for hours and hours and hours. There's so many things I wrote down that I didn't even get to. I mean, one thing I got to say, though, don't be cheap. But if you're going to be cheap, seriously, don't get the king crab Alaskan crab legs in Alaska, because they're freaking expensive, and they taste just as good as local.
Yeah. Wait here for a second.
Is it Brigid or Bridget?
Bridget.
Okay, well,
Bridget.
I spelled her name wrong on here, but I'm tapping to buy anyway. So bring her in.
I'd also recommend splurging on the balcony as well. That would
absolutely.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
And ask your cabin steward for extra blankets.
TV says, bring Bridget on. So here, Bridget is coming on.
Hi!
We got Zoe, we got Bridget, we got everybody. Kimberly says hello. So we got to do another shot.
Yep.
Hey, Bridget.
We got to do another treat for Zoe. So we got Buffalo Trace, Old Forester, Clark, and Sheffield.
This is definitely hashtag hella cool.
Hella cool.
Oh, and we got Cruising Chris Moss.
Oh, goodness, a double.
TV.
Nice.
Well,
And you guys are going to be 46 through 60.
Mine's for Bridget. She gets a shot of whatever she wants.
Oh, yeah, you got to do a shot. I like that better because I've done enough.
Not for you. Not for you. For her.
You had enough. You had enough.
You
Brad.
had enough.
Well, no, I mean, what shot do you want her to do? Buffalo, Old Forester?
Whatever she wants.
Okay,
It
so-
doesn't even have to be any of that bourbon.
No, well, that's all there is.
Yeah.
So that's,
Okay.
he says me pick.
What's
Okay.
your favorite, Bridget?
I'll be gentle on her because the Old Forester is 86 proof. So we'll take
Okay.
it on her.
Is that
Okay.
86 is low because the rest of these
Okay.
are like 90 or higher.
No, no.
All right, so this is
What's your-
Cruise Life TV. Bridget on camera for the first
There
time.
you go. Cheers.
Cheers, honey.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mhm.
We're out.
You know, Brad, it's a shame because we almost went up to Cocoa Beach before you took off on your last cruise.
Oh,
We
really?
can just come
We
and
were
say
gonna, we were
hi.
gonna drive up and visit you guys.
We wanted to come and say hi.
Look, June 12th and 13th. We're going to be hanging out with Rod and Vicky up there. So you guys got to come.
Wait, June 12th and 13th,
In
where?
Cocoa Beach?
In Pembroke Pines.
Okay.
Oh, in Miami. Okay.
You'll be down this way.
Maybe.
All right, we'll put it on our calendar.
In Muncie also. I don't know. Cruising Chris Moss says, let's see another Clark in Sheffield. So I'll take it easy on Bridget because she's still recovering from
Yeah,
that.
that first
She's
one.
she's recovering. So Cruising Chris Moss, sir, you are 61 through 75. So that means we're only 25 away from doing our next drawing.
The whiskey is a
Bridget-
flowing.
Bridget's like, oof.
It doesn't have to be a full shot.
There's gonna be a lot of coffee tomorrow morning.
Yeah. And
Well-
water. Water.
Well, we want
Water.
to see tomorrow morning on video.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Cruising Chris Moss, thank you, sir. 61 through 75. you are.
Cheers.
Cheers, Chris.
And Zoe, where you at?
No, though.
Come here, Zoe.
Come-
Come here.
She's like,
Come up here, come here. She's like, I gotta make room. There she is. She's over here. Can you say? Oh, there she is. Look at that. There we go. She got it. She got the treat. All right. So thank you, Cruise Life TV, Cruising Chris Moss. James Hawkins says $85 for king
I
crab.
know. It's
That's
ridiculous.
outside
I
of
think
my
we should more.
range. I'm more of the hot dog for $5 range.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know if I
It
can.
would
Did you
taste
guys
better.
do king crab or anything like that while you guys were there?
Yeah, we did it. We didn't like it. I mean, not that we didn't like it, but it was no different than like when we normally get it at home.
because they
Yeah,
get
Yeah. No, it tasted a little mushy to me.
It was
it
wasn't-
was
No.
yeah, it was not the best. We were disappointed.
There's a short.
Save your money.
Yeah, don't do it.
Well, so the thing is,
Put it on the excursions.
Bridget actually has family in Alaska,
Oh.
Oh,
and so are they close to Juneau, or did you say they're close to?
They're what's Anchorage?
Oh, they're close to.
Oh,
Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I mean, we're gonna be on
Okay.
two different cruises. I got to look and see where the MSC is going, but yeah, she was saying the last time they were there, they hooked them up with all kinds of crab and seafood and
Ooh, nice.
stuff.
They have a log cabin. They're like real outdoors people. They're commercial.
Oh.
fishermen.
wow. And you had
Oh, they're commercial fishermen.
They were right. Yeah, my aunt and uncle, but they're retired now. So
Oh, okay.
And-
Well, but they know where to get the good stuff.
and you had the salmon and all that fun.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice,
Wow.
nice. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, I mean, I think we're almost 30 minutes overtime, so we're almost half an extra show
Well-
discussing Alaska. And credit to Andrew because he's the one who came up with this idea.
We'll have to do a part
great.
2 at a future date. We got a lot to discuss.
Well,
Absolutely.
Andrew, if I knew you were on the show tonight, I didn't know you were going to be on. I would have added your logo to our down below here, but I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just impressed with your skills.
that John Hill thing. Did you see that?
I saw that, and the Alaska and the snow. Oh my god! So
Yeah, absolutely. Yoli says, "Hi, Bridget. After this show, after I be on Alaska cruise." Oh my God!
Oh.
Yay!
Oh, you.
Oh my
Yoli
God.
and Andrew, you should book it if you have not done it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so Danny Dizzle, and Greg and Michelle, courtesy of Greg and Michelle, 5 more of you are members of Coach
Yep.
for a month, and we will have the Bridget only live. So you want to ask some questions of Bridget? She, like I said, she's one of the unique things about her is she has a real job, but in her separate fun life, she's the lead singer of a band called Baby Cuts that you can find on YouTube as well. So
We've got some band questions, and I've got some waxing questions.
yeah, and so her real job is she's an esthetician. So
yeah. Coach, you know how to say that the proper way now.
Esthetician.
I remember the first time.
I hope I would if she's my girlfriend, right? Yeah, so I mean, the next time I get waxed, it might be by Bridget because she's an esthetician. So, and she has like, you know, so I saved some money in that area now. It doesn't cost
which area are you talking about, Coach?
All of the areas.
All of the areas.
Oh my God. Well, we already talked about sucking shafts, so
but I didn't want to say it.
Where else do we have to? There's nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else to go from there.
Okay.
All right, everybody. You got 31 minutes of free overtime. Hopefully, everybody had a good time. There's still 26 of you online. If you haven't already liked the show. Go on to Funnelheads. Go on to Cruise Life TV. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell. Also for me too, if you wouldn't mind doing that. If you are, but appreciate you all. We will see you all next week. Take care, everybody.
And Coach, if you have a snow day tomorrow, I want to go find that video on the shafts and put that up.
Yeah.
I won't have a snow day.
They
but
want the shaft, Coach.
I want to say the shaft. Put it on your members.
Put it on the members only. Promote that for the members only.
Shaft in the days upcoming. Okay, here we go.